Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give it another go with the serving tray. The last one I did, I felt it turned out well. I really misjudged the resin and did not mix up enough, so I think I had to mix it up like 2 or 3 times to get it to fill. But what I want to do with this one is I want a shimmering black, but I don't want to use black mica powder. So what I want to do is use some of this black pigment paste from HTV Ront, because I like this. I mean, I've been using it a lot lately, and it gives a nice, rich, dark color. And then I also want to use some of this crushed crystal from Unicorn Art. And then I have some clear glass chips from, then I got these from Walmart. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a layer of black with the crushed crystal in it, let that cure, then I'm going to sprinkle some glass chips on it with some I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do just clear resin or if I'm going to do black resin. We'll have to see how it looks. And I'll sprinkle some glass chips throughout it, and then we'll see how that looks, and then probably finish it off with a clear top coat with a little bit of crushed crystal in it. I kind of want this to look like stars, if that makes sense. So we'll give it a try. This could turn out beautiful, or it could be one big ugly mess. I'm hoping it's pretty, but we'll see. So give me a few minutes, let me get my resin mixed up. I think I'm going to start out with the 4-hour resin from Tea Expert, only because I want to use that crap up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so hang tight. So I thought, well, my tray is curing, we'd go ahead and make the handles. I was kind of, I was on the fence about making them versus just buying some from Dollar Tree, because Dollar Tree sells them now. But I thought, well, let's just try it. So what I want to do is I'm going to make these black. I'm going to put a little crushed crystal in it, but I also think I'm going to put some glass in it too. So hopefully it'll turn out as nice as I think it's going to turn out in my head, but we'll see. So I need to mix up some resin and then we'll get started. So hang tight. Okay, I put these in my curing machine and I had a little extra resin, so I made some extras. Um, I was very messy making these handles, so hopefully they turned out. But let's check the extras real quick. I did 2 flowers, a turtle, and some guitar picks. Oh, that looks really pretty. You can see it shining. Let's try the other one. And the resin I made, or I used to make this, was Tea Expert Crystal Clear. I had a little bit left. So here's this one. I bet the turtle's gonna be cute. I love this little guy. He makes great magnets. Oh, look at him. He's nice and sparkly. Now this is a new mold, and it's got different thicknesses of guitar picks. This one didn't turn out all the way, but nice and sparkly. So these turned out pretty well. Hopefully you can see how sparkly they are. And it is early morning. I'm demolding these before I go to work, just because when I get home I want to try and finish that tray. Oh, I made such a mess with this. Let me pop that open. Pop this guy out too. Alright. Come on. Let's go. It wants to be difficult this morning. I hope this isn't an indicator about how my day is going to be. I am stuck. Okay. I can already see. First time I made this, I overfilled it. This time, I underfilled it. So I think what I might do is take some UV resin and fill this in. A little bendy yet, but it looks pretty. It's going to match really well. I think some of the reason I'm having so many issues is because of all the resin I got on the outside of it. Because as I said, it's messy. This one came out much easier. Okay. Yeah, you can see it's a little bendy. I'll fill this up, like I said, with UV resin. But, alright, I don't have time this morning to mix more resin, otherwise I would. But, when I get home tonight, we'll start the next layer and get the tray finished. So, I'll see you then. Okay, so this is dry, and look at that. It looks beautiful. And then these are the handles that I demolded this morning. So I want to fill this little edge right here with UV resin, and then we will put some resin in this. But I was kind of on the fence. I was trying to figure out what to do with this, because it looks like, you know, I was kind of going for something kind of like outer space, I guess. And this looks like outer space. You know, all these little stars. So what I was thinking was I would take some resin and mix with the glass and make like a little circle so it looks like a planet or something. Let that dry for a little bit and then do the entire top coat. I thought about different things. I thought about stickers, but I think that'll just be the easiest and it'll look the best. So let's UV this, and then we'll mix up resin for our rocks. I gotta get my UV lamp. Get that out here. I probably should have had that ready already, but I don't. So the UV resin I'm going to use is just the High Viscosity by J. Diction. And hopefully this will work like I want it to. Let this sit for just a minute. I think it might be a little bit right here. I can't tell if it's just, you know, like not domed enough, or if it's the reflection from my light. I mean, I don't want to put too much on it and then have it overflow. Well, let's try it like this. still a little tacky. Alright, so I am going to mix up some resin, so just hang tight and be right back. I think I might have to add a little bit of color to this. I think I'm just going to add some little flakes. We'll see how this looks. I mean, the idea is good, but whether or not it will stay when I add the other resin remains to be seen. I want to make sure it's flat and it's not going to stick up above the mold. Let's do one over here. Well, I don't think this is going to work out like I want it to. But hey, we tried something. Alright, now let's add this and see how it works. Okay, now this layer that I just put on, I know won't fill it all the way. So I'm gonna have to do a third layer, but I wanted to, you know, get the glass in there. You know, I was kind of hoping it might look like planets, but you know, it doesn't. We'll say it's meteorites. There we go. We'll say that's what it is. Okay, so we will let this cure, and then tomorrow we will add the last layer, and I'll put a little bit of the crushed crystal in it, make it a little sparkly, and hopefully, you know, I tried to make it so that these little glass shards are not taller than the mold. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just pop some bubbles here. I'll let this sit for a few minutes, then I'll pop some bubbles, cover it, let it cure. Okay, so this second layer has cured, and looking at this, I'm like, I don't think I really thought this out that well, because you can't really see the glass, probably because it was clear and I put it in clear resin. I tried to give it a little color, and you can kind of see it. It looks, the color, the little gold and the blue foil, it looks dimensional, but these did not quite have the look that I was intending. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the top coat, and I'm going to put the rest of this stuff in it, so it'll continue to have a little color, little dimension. I'm going to put a little bit of the crushed crystal in it to give it some more sparkle and depth. But I don't think I'm going to use the handles. I made these handles. They weren't, the first time I used the handles, I overfilled it. So this time I underfilled it. So I thought I would put clear resin in it, and I just don't like the way it looks. I really don't like it. I'm not happy with them. So I'm just going to pitch them, and I think I'm going to go another route with this tray, and I'll show you that at the end. But for now, I'm going to mix up some more resin, and we'll try to get this tray finished and salvage what we can of it. I mean, not every project you make is going to turn out like you want it to. This is one of those projects. But there's just a teeny tiny little chance of hope yet. But hang tight, I'm going to mix up more resin, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got my resin mixed up. Now, I mixed the resin, and then I started putting the coloring and stuff in it. Then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to, run it through the bubble remover. So I ran it through with all this stuff in it, and it did fine. So apparently I'm going to try that from now on. But let's go ahead and get this poured. Trying to get this spread all evenly. So I think that is it. I'll let it sit for a few minutes and then I will pop some bubbles. But maybe, just maybe, we were able to salvage this. Just gotta let it sit and do its thing. So we'll check this tomorrow and hopefully it'll be good. Okay, time to demold. I like the way this looks. The black and the sparkles, and with the blue in it, it looks like it has some depth. Hopefully you can see that. You can't really see the rocks, but you can see where the rocks are because there's not a lot of sparkle there. And there's a couple spots where it's raised where the resin didn't cover it all. But it's weird because my table is level. I have this on a leveling table, but it seemed like the resin ran to this end. So I'm looking at my mold and it's like my mold is warped. Because if you look at it this way, you can see this side, it's flush with the top of the mold, and this side, there we go, you can see how much it sticks below the mold. So the only thing I can figure out is my mold is warped, which really sucks because this is only the second time I've ever used the mold. But it is a Temu mold, and I only paid like $3 or $4 for it. So I didn't expect it to last long. But let's go ahead and demold this. And if you look this way, you can see the difference in the thickness. You see how thick it is there and how thin it is at this end. I mean, the back of it looks nice. You don't see any of the other colors. You don't really see the rocks. You just see the black and the sparkle. But I think this looks nice. And what I'm going to do with it was originally, you know, I was gonna put the handles, but I didn't like the way they turned out. So I have some beads here left over from a Halloween craft I did. So I'm just gonna use some of the black beads and make it a raised tray. I'm just gonna put some glue them on the back and have it sit up, and I will use the tray for something. But this is all I have for today. Let me know what you think, and then I will have some finished pictures after the video. Thanks for stopping by. If you liked my video, leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. We'll see you again soon. Bye.